All right, during the week or weekend, Atiku was crying. I wonder what he was crying about. I mean, it's very. When I saw it, I thought it was kind of a joke or something, But I got to find Atiku said when asked for his reaction about APC appointing Professor Nantiwe Goshwe Yelwatda as the new APC national chairman, he said, "You see, Bola is a wicked man." He said, "Bola is a wicked man." He said, "He doesn't want me to be president." Must you be president? At all. I picked David Mark. Oh, that means he's the one that is putting together ADC.
Confession.
Yeah, confession. I picked David Mark from North Central, that's Benue, as the interim chairman of our party, ADC. Bola went to the same North Central Plateau to pick APC chairman. And he knew that once I emerge, that means he has already planned his emergence.
Yes.
He said, as president candidate of ADC, we will now have to zone our chairman to the south. His plan is to make sure I enter the Guinness Book of Records. His plan to make sure I enter the Guinness Book of Records as the most presidential election loser ever. I couldn't laugh, but it's not sounding childish in of a sort. Peter, you are laughing the most. Let me start from you.
No, firstly, when I saw this, I was trying to get the correlation between appointing Nanti from Plateau and make her losing the election. But it comes to show that they know themselves. Atiku knows Bola very well. And I think he can read from his experience with him what he's planning. And based on his experience with him, he felt that this is his plan will work against him. And this has even equally helped Nigerians to see the truth, which we've been saying here, that ADC is tethered towards one man, which he has done unconsciously, as told Nigerians, that he picked David Mark, that he totally running, which we all have said, which he is entitled to. But having said that, I don't know his fear. If he's that popular, what the opening does shouldn't bother you much. If you're that popular, if you think you are sellable, if you think you are marketable, if you think Nigerians are yearning for you, you shouldn't be paying attention to what Tinubu is doing. You should be galvanizing your own base, planning how to win election, how to take over from him. And most Nigerians feel that they are same old block that has brought us where we are. Not removing Tinubu is the issue. What is your plan for Nigeria? Is it the same thing you told us you're going to make your friends rich? Is it the same thing you did when we were vice president, when you were in control of BPP, that you sold virtually everything to you and your friends? So Nigeria wants a new idea. Nigeria wants a fresh person. That you going to Guinness Record book is avoidable. If now you're certain that you are most likely going to lose, so why take the tickets? Why deny somebody else that can win this election? Why deny somebody else who can change and transform this country for us? That's what, to me, that is catch there.
All right, Philip, is quite laughable the way he spoke. He spoke like a desperate man. He spoke like a man that almost want to weep. He said, Bola doesn't want me to be president. Then he came down and he said, he wants me to enter into the Guinness Book of Records. I mean, must Atiku contest?
You know, when I see people like Atiku in the scene, one thing comes to my mind: the masses, the people. What are they waiting for? It shows clearly how these people have taken the Nigerian masses for granted. They sit in their comfort of their home. They dictate our lives for us. That I put David Mark from Benue to enable me emerge as the presidential candidate of the ADC, the so-called coalition. We'll set it out with that number, that this coalition is Atiku's coalition. Just like he did in PDP. He brought Yoshua Ayu as the chairman from Benue to ensure that he emerges as the presidential candidate of PDP, which had destroyed the party today. Because if he had allowed the party to go by their own arrangement of zoning, which gave the slot of the presidential candidate of 20 to the south, and behave like an elder statesman, we wouldn't have had the crisis we're having in PDP today, by extension in this country. The problem we're having today, if you look at it critically, Atiku is the cause. Because that problem in PDP primary snowballed to what we have today. There was no way Ahmed Bola Tinubu could have won if PDP was intact. Now, coming to his cries, he had not cried yet. He's going to cry more because he's not going to give up. He's blindfolded with power, with the urge to be a president. He has said it, and it's going to come to pass. The Guinness Book of Record will have it that Atiku is the greatest presidential election loser, because there's no way he's not going to contest. We have said it on this platform that, look, at best we have 3 horse race. We have also advised Malam Nasir El-Rufai and Peter Obi to start thinking if what we Nigerians are thinking the two of them represent is what they are, they should stay away from the ADC. This is a clear cut of what we are saying. This is a clear and open confession that I, Atiku, put David Mark for me to emerge. After my emergence, we will now remove him and they bring in a Satanan. So the Satanan, they will be the one that will be party chairman. When it is their turn to complete 8 years of presidency, you want to take it because you are Atiku. You can dictate for everybody. You know what, I've said it here with that number. If the coalition as it is today, on their own, set on Atiku, most Nigerians will prefer Bola Ahmed Tinubu to continue, so that his dream of becoming the highest loser of presidential election
will be achieved.
Because we will not help him not to achieve that dream.
All right. I really wonder. There are a lot of things that I'm pondering over. A lot of things. Number one, Atiku bringing out David Mark, knowing that he will use David Mark. If he's sincere and just, why does he not choose somebody from the South as the party chairman to go with? He brought his crony so that they can have a way of having him be the presidential candidate of the party, knowing that he's a master strategist in harvesting delegates.
In fact, this is part of the strategy. Making David Mark the national technical competition is part of the strategy.
I know, but why is it obvious, Peter?
The truth is that the plan has been hatched long before now. Just that the eggs about to hatch and the chick is about to come out. They had this in the plan. They looked at who could we trust with this, who could midwife this and take us to our target. They looked in the south. They didn't find anybody they could entrust with this. And being a military man, military people most times they are not for their discipline, for their commitment to a cause.
Who is a military man?
The fact was also a military man.
Okay.
So they are committed to a cause. So he had to arrive at that this man now will do my bidding. And they made everybody believe that we are coaliting. At the end of the day, we will choose. They've already chosen who they want. So the man wasn't, as you said, it was the strategy, it was the plan. And then every other person will come and they will do their primaries. And most times, delegate primary is money bagged. And you cannot want to rule this country and go through that process. Anybody that invests so much money there, what do you expect the person to do? And most of us we're here blaming Tinubu. Do you know how much they spend on the primaries? Do you know how much they spend on these delegates? We want to continue with this pattern. This pattern has failed us. This pattern is like investment. There should be a return on investment. They're investing. So for now, we should look at people. They should come and have a consensus candidate. Someone that can move this country forward. Not someone that will throw in so much money that he will reap in thousands fold. So David Mark, as I said, is the target, is the policy, is the plan.
Philip, I'm looking at the people that are working with him on this stuff. People like David Mark, people like
Desperation,
people like Bolaji, people like Amechi, and a host of them. why did they choose to work with a known person that doesn't have justice and equity in his books? Are they also that way?
You see, when you look at the Nigerian political class as it is today, majority of them, they are self-serving, which is not supposed to be. We have few of them who are selfless. If you permit me, I will mention some politicians who are selfless in this country, who are shown that they are not materialistics. For instance, Professor Jerry Garner is one of those few persons that are selfless, who want this to be done rightly. The host of other you mentioned, look at David Mark. He was a minister under the military regime. I think he was also a military governor.
Yes,
He has been in the Senate for 8 years as Senate president, other than being in the Senate.
He has been in the Senate for 16
And
years.
now he has came up as a national chairman of a political party, being prepared for the next government. So what is their interest? It is only for themselves to remain in power and control the resources of the entire nation. So when you see this kind of people gather together, you begin to think. That's why we have said it here, that look, we have also seen people who are also selfless in the person of Peter Obi and Malam Nasir El-Rufai. Forget El-Rufai, other side. There's no man that is perfect. We're in Abuja today. The FCT we have today, it is what El-Rufai has put in place.
It's blueprint.
Whether you like it or not, he might have other shortcomings. Because you see these three gentlemen I mentioned, if you see them, you see people who want the common man to live. And when we saw Peter Obi and El-Rufai with this coalition, we said struggle, and we said it here, that look, these two guys, do they know who they are coaliting with? These guys are never interested in a Nigerian that work for every one of us. Their only interest is in Nigerian that work for them and for them alone. So we were not surprised when the names of the interim officers came up, and we're glad that the like of El-Rufai and Peter Obi told them that, look, we are not ready to sign in yet. Though we are coaliting with you, we are with you, but we cannot be part of this ADC. It appears they also saw what we are saying, and that is what David Mark has confessed, that he picked. What is his problem with Tinubu picking a man from Plateau to be national chairman? Because the truth remains that the APC national chairman is zoned to the North Central. The man that left before Ganduje is from the North Central.
Yeah.
So it is proper for them to go back to North Central to pick somebody to replace the man that just left, because he had not, finished his tenure. So why is this a problem to him? It shows to you that, it is a problem to them because they are thinking in their own reasoning that they will use it to campaign against the APC. But the APC are smarter. So that is where we are. So when you see people like Amaechi, what has he done all his life? He was a student union leader. He was a PA to Peter Odili. Odili brought him up. When Odili was becoming a governor, made him a member of House of Assembly and made him a speaker who would protect his interests. He was a speaker for them for 8 years because his master was the governor. And thereafter, I became governor and all of that. So what interest does he know what the masses are passing through? He doesn't know. So all he believes is where is our Amaechi family? Are they in this country?
All right, we can't take more than this for now. But